everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids and this is my full review of the HTC One X. Now this is a quad-core mobile phone and I'm not going to cover off all of the specifications in this video. If you want to check out my unboxing and first look, you can click the annotation on your screen here and that'll take you to all of the specifications. But I mentioned that quad-core because that is one of the highlights of this mobile phone. It really does mean that it's super responsive. Absolutely no lag during my tests of using this mobile phone. Very, very impressed with the speed. Now I want to just cover off some of the negative aspects that I haven't been too impressed with. First one is, although on first glance this curved edge to the screen is nice and it does add certainly aesthetically to the look of the phone, it has got a little sort of rough edge to it and I ended up not liking that too much. Also, if we go around the back of the handset here, the camera, again, although a very good performer, I hate the way that it actually bulges out the back of the phone. I really don't like that at all. Third thing that I didn't really like was the integrated battery. I know a lot of mobile phone manufacturers are going this way nowadays, but I do like the idea that if I need to change that battery out, I can. But that said, it does mean that they can get this really nice design to the back of the handset and it does look absolutely superb. Let's just go back round to the screen. This is a massive screen, 1280 by 720 resolution and 4.7 inches, so very big. And I thought that a screen this size would mean that when I've got this phone in my pocket I wouldn't like it too much, but it is pretty decent for carrying around in the pocket, and I think that's due to the nice lightweight and also the thin design, so it wasn't too bad carrying it around. Let's move on to sort of what I've been using it for. Now I use this mainly for emails, also for browsing and also for listening to podcasts. You can see as well I've got Path here, WhatsApp and Twitter. They're probably my most used applications on here. When it comes to Instagram, this had just been released for Google Android and I was so excited that Instagram had been released, but I hasten to say it does not yet work on the HTC One X. And the day before recording this review, it was announced that Facebook had bought Instagram for, yes, $1 billion. So I'm not that bothered anymore. I probably will stop using Instagram and maybe concentrate on using Path. The rule of thumb here is if you're using something like Instagram, not to upload photos that you want to maintain your sort of intellectual property rights to. Anyway, this isn't about Instagram, this is about the HTC One X, and I want to give you an idea on some of the widgets as well. This is one of the clock widgets that I've added to this screen, and then we've got a photo widget which pulls in all of the photos I've been taking, and the camera on this is another highlight. It is a brilliant camera, very fast, takes photos at up to 9 frames per second, which is an impressive feat for a mobile phone, and they're nice and clear, good quality, good colour rendition as well. I will be uploading these so that you can have a look at them, and a link will be underneath this video so that you can see all of the photos. And then moving across to this one, you can see we've got some widgets here for accessing brightness, screen timeout, Wi-Fi, auto sync, Bluetooth. Also a little widget there for my podcast player, Pocket Cast, very good app, and it works superbly on the HTC One X. Let's move on to voice quality. After all, this is a mobile phone. Incoming voice quality on the speaker up the top here, absolutely superb, crystal clear. Outgoing voice quality, more than acceptable from the microphone on the bottom, and also the audio quality out the speaker on the back, equally as good. It goes nice and loud, very clear as well, very good quality and good control over the volume. I did experience volume difficulties on one of the recent Nokia reviews I did. No such problems on this, it works extremely well. And then let's also cover off some web browsing. Let's go into Google Chrome, which is still in beta. You can see here I've been looking at the Geekanoids website. Here it is loading. Let's go round into landscape mode. Switches round nice and quickly. We can scroll through the website. We can pinch to zoom. And you can see actually, when it's doing this, there is an issue with it reflowing text, and that does cause it to jerk. Now it's not what I would call lag, it's just something to do with the way they're implementing their sort of reflowing of the text. HTC used to be really good at this, and on the One X it doesn't reflow text as nicely as on their previous mobile phones. But once you've got it to a reasonable size, it is very, very crisp. So this is a pleasure to read back text on. Very nice handset indeed. Let's go back out to the home screen. I'm going to just show you all of the applications that come either pre-installed. I've also added some as well here. And something you get with the One X is you get 25 gigabytes of storage on Dropbox. This is really handy, and I've actually installed Dropbox here so that when I take photos using the One X or video, it automatically uploads them to my Dropbox account, so they're ready on my desktop for me to edit or share elsewhere. I think that is absolutely superb, and certainly an advantage you should sort of take signing up to Dropbox, so you get that 25 gigabytes. I think you only get it for 2 years, and after such time you probably would be asked to pay for it, or you'd lose some of the capacity. The screen, the responsiveness, and everything about this phone is really nice. But, and there is a but, if I had this against an iPhone, and I know it always comes back to comparing the two, I'm not as compelled to take this out of my pocket and use it as I was with the iPhone 4S. And I know I switched over to Google Android with my Galaxy Nexus, but I am still missing iOS a little bit, and I'll tell you why. And it's due to inconsistencies between the different operating systems or different manufacturers' implementations of Google Android. And what I mean by this is running Ice Cream Sandwich, but it's different to my Galaxy Nexus. This has got HTC Sense overlaid, and I'll show you something here. If I tap on the multitasking here, this is different to what I'm used to seeing. Normally I would be able to see them in an up and down panel and see exactly what's running, but now I've got to scroll through to see what's running and swipe them off individually. It's only a small niggle, but I like to think that if I'm moving from one handset to another and they're both running Ice Cream Sandwich, they would at least be comparable, and unfortunately they're not. With the Samsung Galaxy S3 due out soon, there is talk or rumours that they will be allowing us to choose between a sort of vanilla or untouched Ice Cream Sandwich or their skinned version, and I think all mobile phone manufacturers should do that as well. Let's just cover off one last thing that everybody asks, and that's to do with battery life. With the battery life on this, for medium to heavy use, you will get through a full day, and what I mean by that is leave it on charge overnight, pick it up off your charger maybe at 7:30 or 8 AM, and you won't need to charge this until 8 PM the same day. And that's for medium to heavy use, so plenty of phone calls, plenty of emails, texts and internet browsing. I think the HTC One X with its quad-core processor and the dedicated processor for the camera is the best Google Android handset on the market at the moment. This particular one was supplied to me by Vodafone.co.uk. It's available on various tariffs, and you can even get it free of charge on some of the higher tariffs as well. Well, thanks very much for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.